104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. One of our favorite guests. He's always a great time. Brandon Lang, of course, Vegas insider, joining us right now. Last night, Chiefs-Raiders game. I'm still exhausted or pumped. I can't figure out which one it is. Something like that. Have you ever seen a finish in a game like that before?
To be honest with you, I didn't even pay attention to that game. I didn't have that game. I didn't care about that game. You see, I was over on another game where I was down 17 at the half, and my team was 0-59 when trailing by 17 points or more at the half, and proceeded here in Louisville with my boy Drew Diener, whose show I do here in Louisville, at a bar, pulling it in, had a $100 bill over the bartender's cash register, said if Memphis plus 3.5 covers this game, that $100 bill is yours. She's got stake in the game. The manager came out. He's got stake in the game. There's about 8 people left in the bar. They all had stake in the game, and we all pulled it in, 42-38, 42-point second half by Memphis, and arguably one of the most incredible comeback covers in the history of mankind.
What a night then last night. We had that game happen with Memphis, and then we had, if just to fill you in, it was 4 plays in a row, Raiders in Chiefs. So you're talking, let's go back to your Memphis cover there. You're talking about this is a top 5, top 3 all-time cover in Brandon Lang history?
Top 3.
Wow.
Because you had the stat of 0-59 in the history of their school. That was 1. 2, right after I put the $100 bill on the cash register for the bartender and said if it was 31-17, Memphis just scored. No, they're down 2 scores, and they cut it to 10, and there's an interception in the end zone that gets reversed, and then they score in the next play. And then I literally said to the girl when I put the $100 in the cash register, I said, the only way we're stopping Houston is if we get a fumble. I said, we need a strip fumble right now. And then the very next play we got it, and the whole bar went nuts. And it was just, we were hammered. I was hammered. I'm still hungover. Just an epic, epic night. And Drew and I were talking about today on air. To get the whole bar involved, only I could do that. Only I could get the whole bar involved, high-five, and everybody's high-five, and everybody knew what the point spread was. It was ridiculous.
Brandon Lang with us, and, of course, if you went to BrandonLang.com, you were involved in that too, right? Yeah,
absolutely. And then 2 hot blondes walked in, and then that was a whole nother. Then we did shots of Patron, and then it was just guys, I can't even begin to tell you what a great night it was to win a game like that. And then to see the highlights of the Raider game, oh, my God, that was just ridiculous.
Dude, he is Brandon Lang, and you know, the rest of us wish we were. So, Brandon, when you're looking at this weekend, what are some of the games that hopefully we can get down on with you and maybe live that lifestyle a little bit ourselves?
You know, college, I like Notre Dame. Bought the half down to 3 over USC. I'm a believer in what Brian Kelly's got going there. I've said on your show before, although I don't trust a man who tucks his sweatshirt into his khaki pants. It's not a good look for, I don't think, anybody. I just can't trust a guy like Jim Harbaugh. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way when you tuck your sweatshirt inside your pants when the sweatshirt is supposed to hang out. But with that being said, I do like the 9.5 with Mr. Harbaugh. And then last but not least, Tom Herman, boys, as an underdog, 7-0 against the spread last week, +9 at home. Oklahoma got it done. Looking to go to 8-0. I'm going to ride the Texas Longhorns again, plus the points.
I've been asking everybody who has an ear today about the Syracuse-Miami game. I'm a Syracuse fan. I watched the upset over Clemson. I think it's at like 17 points now. When a team comes off a big upset and then has to play the next week, is there any trend that tells you to stay away from them the following week?
I stay away from the game just as a rule. And I did have Syracuse last Friday night, 40-dimer. They might have talked about it on your show. Didn't think they'd win the game outright, but it was again an incredible win. Now they got to get up. If they were playing at home and have that crowd to kind of get them over that emotional hump, you might lean on them a little bit. But on the road in this situation, that's tough. But 17 is a big, big number. I probably would come back and take them again.
Brandon Lang with us, of course, BrandonLang.com, where you can get the inside scoop. But when we look at the NFL this weekend, I look at a team like Denver who gets upset by the Giants. I think that's a surefire win because they're going to come in angry and motivated. Am I Joe Public or am I paying good attention?
You're on the right side. Chargers on an 0-7 run against the spread at home, last 7 home games, going back to San Diego, and then I believe there are 3 home games in Carson, California this year. So definitely on the right side of the game. Just keep going against them. until they cover a number. And I think what we're learning about the NFL guys is whatever happened the week before, the total opposite's going to happen the next week. I think we now realize that. Whatever you think happened and is going to happen, go opposite in the NFL. Pittsburgh loses at home to Jacksonville. You expect them to go in Kansas City and lose to the undefeated Chiefs. They win. You look at Oakland. They, of course, lose at home the week before to Baltimore. Not Baltimore beats Oakland, and then they go back home and lose to the Chicago Bears. So whatever you think's going to happen, it's not going to happen. So as bad as Denver looked, they'll probably bounce back and win. That's just the way the NFL is this year.
Any other games? Like, now my theory is hard for a follow-up question now because I'm like, all right, this is the way I'm thinking, but I shouldn't think that way.
Right.
Any other game that really catches your eye this weekend in the NFL side of it?
I think last week I gave out, I told you the highest scoring game on the board. I did say would be the Lions and the Saints. So I think I'm going to stay with the total. I'm hot with totals right now. I'm going to say that Atlanta and New England, the total's 56. I don't think that's enough. They're going to get to the 60s. Let's go ahead and play Atlanta and New England over the post total.
I like it. Brandon Lang with us right now, 104.5 The Team.
Brandon Lang's met like everybody. He has stories about everybody. But the one guy who's been in the news recently is Harvey Weinstein. Do you have any interactions or meetings with this guy, Harvey Weinstein?
First of all, he stinks.
Really? He looks like he smells.
Met him at a party with my boy, just one of these Hollywood parties, and my boy introduced me to him, and he just came off as being, I have really good energy. If you're around me and you hang out with me, it's I'm a glass half full kind of guy, but have great energy. So when I meet people, I have a gift to be able to tell wolf dressed in sheep's clothing, good dude, bad dude, full of crap. I have that gift. I've had it my whole life, and it just comes from my background of being a survivor and pretty much raising myself and so on and so forth. I got a bad vibe about that man. And he's one of those guys that I call it the Tiger Woods God complex, because the times I've been around Tiger Woods, if Tiger Woods can't benefit anything from you, Tiger Woods wants no part of you. That's just the way Tiger Woods operates. Harvey Weinstein was the same way. Mid-conversation, if you were talking about something that he was not interested in, he would just walk away. He wouldn't politely go, "Excuse me, I'll be right back." He'd just walk away.
Wow.
And sleazy his way over. And he smelled. Very, very, very bad BO. So I can imagine if the girls, what they were saying, not only was he a sleazeball, but, I mean, the BO thing gets me.
Brandon Lang, he's got the insight. He uses it in a lot of great ways for us, especially at BrandonLang.com. What's going on at the website?
Trying for winning week number 2 in a row. 1-day free all-access pass. It never changes. 7 to 9 best bets. If you sign up today, you can pick Saturday or Sunday free as well. Can't make it any easier for it. It's about an $800 value. Come have a free day on me.
Brandon Lang, man, we appreciate when you make time for us. We know that you're always cranking, always busy, always working, always looking for the next angle to make things even better for everybody, and we appreciate when you make time for us.
Thanks, guys. Let's do it again next week.